Welcome. To begin this journey, it's better to get acquainted with using SocratiQ interface first. As you see, you have three modes of learning to choose from. The organic layout, where you explore in an integrative manner, either unidirectional or radial. You will find this option in the settings button. The topical layout, where you get to explore subtopics in an organized manner, and the outline layout, where you find the topics, notes, responses, along with the related ones segregated. You may switch among them or stick with one. You have the inquiries generated by SocratiQ, and I have added responses to some of them. Do come up with your own responses. Those added are only for reference. The introductory lesson gives you an outline of the topic and the possible paths of learning you, the learner, can take. There are several buttons you see here near the layouts. At the immediate right of the SocratiQ logo is the publication button that gives you information on when the topic was forked, whether it has been published or updated. Next, you can bookmark any inquiry, note or response using this bookmark button. The list of all that has been bookmarked comes up here. You can have them listed according to their importance using the edit button. You can also search for any specific word or subtopic using the search bar. You have this button on the right of the layout panel with three dots which shows up buttons used for focusing on a current topic, refreshing the layout and insights. The events button gives information on the lessons generated, responses, feedbacks and inquiries processed. The plus symbol here is used to copy the code of the exploration. This code can be used by others to join if you want to go for a collaborative exploration. The chat box can be used to send messages to other learners in the collaborative exploration. When you click the settings button, the themes are listed. You can go for darker or lighter themes. As you scroll down, first you have the action mode, which has three options: the auto, zoomed and centered. The zoom lets you look at the notes and responses in the view mode. The centered lets you look at the notes and the responses in the read mode by default. Second, you can also see the option that lets you choose the direction of branching in the organic layout. Third, you have the topic insight, which shows your progress and understanding of a particular subtopic. You can choose to hide it too. You have the facilitator button here, and you can switch between the facilitators as well as the persona. You have the files button where you can upload your files and link them in the notes. For adding the responses and notes, you can use the markdown for formatting. The workspace button helps you close or switch to other workspaces. You can change the title of your exploration here. Here, the notes have been color-coded for easy identification. You can see the resources, reference book, and a brief essay on the history of evolutionary thought. References are for further reading. Take a look at them yourself. Now, you can see that for many of the responses, a note is added. These notes either have clarifications, extra information, and references, or questions on some concepts for you to think about. Try coming up with your own answers before looking at the notes or references. This will help you get a clear understanding of the concepts. Since it is a vast subject, you can start from scratch using SocratiQ or get to know basics a little from resources and references before choosing subtopics. A start with theory of natural selection will give an understanding of the concept of evolution and the factors that are coming into play. This includes the struggle for existence, variation, and survival of the fittest. After Darwin, several shortcomings of this theory were addressed, and hence now you can go for other factors and mechanisms such as the genetic drift, gene flow, convergent and divergent evolutionary mechanisms. If you get overwhelmed by the amount of subtopics, don't worry. You always have the collapse and focus topic buttons to stick on with learning the specific topic. Next, you can branch out into evolutionary relationships, which includes establishment of relatedness among organisms through the comparative studies, fossil studies, and reconstruction. You can see that for each of the response given, the inquiries generated can lead you to different subtopics. you can follow any of the paths in this case. If you have a basic understanding of the concepts of some, go for it intuitively and learn in an unstructured manner, or add a response to any random inquiry to see where it takes you and go for learning other related topics in this manner. Otherwise, if you feel overwhelmed by the number of subtopics and inquiries, then or go for the collapse and focus topic options to stick on with learning particular topics first and then moving on to the next.